Hello everybody, it's Keegan here. I'm back with another video for you guys. And today's video I'm bringing you guys another edition of questions and answers. This is going to be questions and answers video number 45 for December 2023. And this is going to be my final questions and answers video for this year. And we're kind of going to be ending off with a bang because I'm going to be answering 43 questions this time. That's right, 43 questions in one video. So I've got a lot of questions to answer. And before we actually get started, I have a bit of some new rules for submitting questions that I will be explaining at the end of the video. So stay tuned at the end of the video for the new rules that will be taking place starting today. And yeah, so as always, I'll be answering each question in alphabetical order by username. So let's not waste any more time and let's take a look at today's questions, shall we? So the first 5 questions all come from Alan Parker, and his questions are the following. 1. What is your opinion on American Psycho? 2. What is your opinion on Magnolia? 3. What is your opinion on National Lampoon Christmas Vacation? And 4. What is your favorite Christmas movies? Number 1, American Psycho is a great movie and it's a classic, and the novel's great too. I talked about the film on my channel about a year ago. If you want to check that out, it's on my channel. Number 2, Magnolia is an amazing movie. And I can't decide if it's my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson movie, either that, Boogie Nights, or Punch Drunk Love. They're all really great films, and Magnolia is definitely one of his best films. I'll definitely talk about it on my channel maybe sometime in 2024, but yeah, it is a great movie. And I also highly recommend a film that's very similar to Magnolia, but it only came out a few years earlier, called Shortcuts, that was directed by Robert Altman. That's another great film too. I'll probably talk about those 2 movies on my channel maybe next year, but we'll see. Anyways, number 3, I've only seen bits and pieces of National Lampoon Christmas Vacation, but I've never seen the movie in its entirety. But from what I've seen, I think it looks pretty funny, but I've never seen the whole movie in its entirety. Number 4, some of my favorite Christmas movies are Bad Santa, which I actually rewatched last night. That movie's hilarious. Die Hard, yes, I consider that a Christmas movie. Eyes Wide Shut, which you can technically count that as a Christmas movie. And a couple of other ones. Those are the only ones I can think of at the moment. And those are the questions from Alan Parker. And thanks for your questions, Alan Parker. And let's move on to some more questions. Alright, so the next 3 questions all come from Andy Keyshore, and all 3 of his questions are in separate comments. And the first of the 3 questions he has for me is, did you ever ask for Randy Marsh to become a main character in South Park? No. Maybe in a game, maybe. But no, not really. The next one is, are you aware that after Charles Martinet stepped down, Kevin Afghani is the new voice actor of Mario? No, I didn't know that. I didn't know Kevin Afghani is the new voice actor for Mario until now. And the last one from Andy Keyshore is, are you aware that the video game Grand Theft Auto 6 has officially been announced for release in 2025? Yes, I'm aware of it. I think everyone knows about that because it's the most trending video on YouTube. I think it still is now at the time of me recording this video. I am not sure. I haven't checked. But yeah, I've heard of it and I'm very excited for it. And I actually made a little video about that on my channel discussing my thoughts on the trailer the other day if you want to check that out. And anyways, those are all the questions from Andy Keyshore. So thanks for your questions, Andy Keyshore, and let's move on. Well, folks, we've made it to the big one. There are 17 questions in one comment, and they all come from Brenson fan, the Terminator fan. And actually, before I read out the 17 questions, I have a little, I just want to say this to Brenson fan, if you're watching this. Could you limit your questions up to 5 or 10 questions per video? Because 17 is way too much. I'm not mad, but 17 is just way too much. So maybe for next time, can you just limit your questions to at least 5 or 10? Because I think that's the good appropriate, that's the amount that I would read. But that's actually one of the rules I will be mentioning, rule changes that I will be mentioning at the end of this video. So yeah, So again, if you're watching this, Brenson fan, try to limit your questions to at least 5 or 10 for the next Q&A video. So yeah, thank you. Anyways, on to your questions. And the 17 questions are the following. 1, what is your opinion on Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049? 2, what is your least favorite episode from the complete second season of Once Upon a Time? 3, what is your opinion on ER? 4, what is your opinion on American Dad? 5, what's your opinion on the Cars movies? 6, do you like Friends? 7, what's your favorite YouTubers? 8, what is your opinion on the Guardians of the Galaxy movies? 9, what is your opinion on Monsters Inc. and Monsters University? 10, what is your opinion on Jack Black? 11, who's your favorite character from The Simpsons? 12, what's your opinion on Eddie Murphy? 13, do you like my media updates? 14, have you ever walked out of a movie before it was over? 15, what's your opinion on Avatar: The Way of the Water? 16, what's your opinion on Futurama? And 17, what is your opinion on what do you think of the Star Trek film series? See, too many questions in one comment, so limit it to 5 or 10 questions next time. Number 1, Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049, both great sci-fi movies. I can't decide which one I like better. They're both excellent sci-fi movies, and they are definitely some of the best sci-fi movies ever made, but they are both really great films. I'll probably talk about them on my channel one day, like in a movie review video. I'll probably talk about them maybe next year, but we'll see. 2, I have never seen a single episode of Once Upon a Time, nor am I really interested in that show, so yeah. 3, I've never seen ER. I'm not really into medical dramas for some reason. It's just not really for me. 4, American Dad's pretty funny. Yeah, that's not really much else to say about it. It's a funny show. 5, the first Cars movie is not bad. It's not Disney's best, but it's still pretty good. The second one sucks, and I don't think I've seen the third one. Well, the second one doesn't suck, but it was meh. I've never seen the third movie, though. 6, I could not get into Friends. I've said it before many times in the past, but I could not get into Friends. It just wasn't really my show. It just wasn't really that funny to me. Also, rest in peace, Matthew Perry, who passed away a little while ago. 7, I have too many favorite YouTubers that I can't name in this video, but I like a lot of different YouTubers. 8, I've only seen the first 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. The first one's pretty good, the second one's not as good, but it's still pretty good. I've never seen the third one, though, and I'm not really into Marvel or any of the MCU movies. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. 9, Monsters Inc. is a childhood classic. I love that movie. Haven't seen it in a long time, but I do love that movie as a kid. I've seen half of Monsters University, and I thought it was pretty good, but not as good as Monsters Inc., but it wasn't bad. 10, Jack Black, he's funny and a good actor. 11, I don't know who's my favorite character from The Simpsons. 12, Eddie Murphy's funny. 13, I've never actually seen any of your videos. I'm sorry to say that, but I have not seen any of your videos. 14, I've walked out of a movie once. It was Speed Racer, but that was like 15 years ago. I was only 6 years old. My dad made us walk us out because he didn't like the movie. Well, it was a long time ago. It was like 15 years ago. But I haven't walked out of any movie since then. Although I almost walked out of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, because that movie was a piece of shit. But I don't know why I didn't walk out of it. But yeah, I haven't walked out of any other movie since Speed Racer. 15, Avatar: The Way of the Water. It's kind of mid, but it was alright. 16, Futurama's a good show, but I don't know, it's not really one of my favorites, but it's a decent show. And 17, I have never seen any of the Star Trek movies. I couldn't really get into Star Trek. And those are all the questions from Brenson Fan, the Terminator Fan. And thanks for your questions, Brenson Fan, the Terminator Fan. And remember to only limit your questions to at least 5 or 10 questions per video. Thank you. And anyways, let's move on. The next question is one question, and it comes from Chase Shepard, and his question is, what are your thoughts on the new Call of Duty game Modern Warfare 3? I have not played it, nor am I in a big rush to playing it. I also hear the game's a piece of shit, and I hear the game was just trash from what I hear. The original Modern Warfare 3 was awesome though, but I have no interest in playing the new Call of Duty, nor am I really interested in playing any of the newer Call of Duty games in general, to be honest. It's like the same game every year, basically. So, yeah, that answers your question. So, yeah, thanks for the question, Chase Shepard, and let's move on. All right, so the next 8 questions are in separate comments, and they all come from Donkey Man. And the first question from Donkey Man is, what is your favorite or least favorite Robin Williams movie? My favorite would probably be Dead Poet Society. He was fantastic in that film. I don't know what's my least favorite movie that Robin Williams was in. I can't really think of any at the moment. The next question is, are you aware that Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is going to be released on March 29th, 2024? Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't seen the previous Ghostbusters movie. I haven't seen that one yet. I don't know if I'll see Frozen Empire or not. I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, the next one is, what is your opinion on District 9? District 9 is a great sci-fi movie from the late 2000s. I hear there's supposed to be a sequel coming out sometime. I'm not sure when, but I know that there is a sequel that's been planned, but I'm not sure when it will be coming out exactly. But I enjoyed the first District 9 movie. The next question is, have you seen any of the Universal Monster movies? No, I have not, but I've heard of them. I hear they were classics, but I'll probably check them out one day. The next one is, what is your opinion on Lost? I actually enjoyed that show. I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty great, and I really enjoyed that show. I only got the 6th season on Blu-ray. I will get the other seasons on Blu-ray. I only have season 6 is because at the time of when I was watching it on Prime Video, and then they took it off Prime Video not long after I started the final season, and then I had to get it on Blu-ray. But I will get the first 5 seasons on Blu-ray, and then I'll have the whole series. But yeah, I enjoyed Lost for what it was. It was a great show actually. Anyways, what do you think of Dakota Johnson? She's a pretty good actress, and she is also the daughter of Don Johnson, I believe, and Melanie Griffith, if I'm not mistaken. But she's a pretty good actress. The next one is, have you ever listened to Gangnam Style by Psy? Yeah, I've heard of it. I heard it a lot back in the day when it was popular back in 2012. I actually used to like the song, but not anymore. But that song was big back in the day. If you were around in 2012, you know what I'm talking about. And the next one, and the last one from Donkey Man is, what do you think of Marilyn Monroe? I haven't seen any of the movies she was in, but I'm well aware of her. She was a tormented soul who sadly died so young, in my opinion. And, that movie, Blonde, was just a terrible movie. Even though I know that movie was a work of fiction on the life of Marilyn Monroe. That was a piece of shit movie, though. But, I think everyone's heard of Marilyn Monroe. And those are all the questions from Donkey Man. And thanks for the questions, Donkey Man. And let's continue on. The next 5 questions come from Irvin's Movie Corner, and all 5 questions are in one comment. And the questions are the following: 1, what is your opinion on the John Wick movies? 2, what is your opinion on Terms of Endearment? 3, what is your opinion on Out of Africa with Meryl Streep and Robert Redford? 4, what is your opinion on The Last Emperor? 5, what is your opinion on The King's Speech with Colin Firth? 1, the John Wick movies are pretty fun. I like the second one the best. And I know they're going to be making more of those after 4, but yeah, they're definitely going to milk that franchise to death. Haven't they already? Already did it. But they're fun movies. I like the second one the best. Anyways. 2, I've never seen Terms of Endearment, but I've heard of it. 3, never seen Out of Africa. 4, never seen The Last Emperor. And 5, I have seen The King's Speech a long time ago, but I kind of can't remember what happened in it, though. But I remember Colin Firth doing a good job in it, and I know the movie won Best Picture at the 2011 Oscars. I'm not sure if it deserved Best Picture, but it was a good movie from what I remember. But yeah. So those are the questions from Irvin's Movie Corner. And let's move on to the other questions. And thanks for your questions, Irvin's Movie Corner. Alright, guys, there are only 6 questions left, and they all come from That Movie Nerd 44. And the first of the 6 questions from That Movie Nerd 44 is, did you know there is also an animated Lord of the Rings film that was released back in 1978 and directed by Ralph Bakshi? It was based on the Lord of the Rings volumes, The Fellowship of the Ring and The Two Towers. Yeah, I've heard of them. I've never seen it though. Be kind of interesting though. Of what I'd actually be interested in checking them out one day. They were from like the 70s. Yeah. The next one is, what do you think of the late film director Antonia Bird? She directed movies like 1999's Ravenous. I've only seen Ravenous, and Ravenous is an awesome movie. It's one of my favorites. I've never seen any of her other films though. Maybe someday I'll check her other films out. The next one is, have you heard of the 1998 film Deep Rising? The late Treat Williams starred in it, and the director of 1999's Stephen Sommers directed it. I think I've heard of it, but I've never seen it though. Hold on a sec. Sorry about that. I was called for something. Anyways, I've never seen Deep Rising, but I've heard of it though. The next one from That Movie Nerd 44 is, are you looking forward to the 2023 film Napoleon? The movie's already out. I don't know. I do like some of Ridley Scott's movies, but I don't know. This one just doesn't really seem all that interesting to me, but I might see it. I know the movie got mixed. It's got mixed reviews, and apparently there's going to be a 4-hour cut that's going to be released on Apple TV or something, which I don't have Apple TV. So I haven't seen Napoleon, but I've heard mixed things about it. I don't know if I'll see it or not, but maybe. It's already in theaters though. It's been in theaters for 2 or 3 weeks now or something. But yeah, it's been in theaters for quite a bit. I mean, whatever. You know what I mean. The next one from That Movie Nerd 44 is, have you heard of the 1999 MTV series Downtown? It is on YouTube. No, I've never heard of it till now. And the last question for this video, and then we'll move on to the new rules for the Q&A videos, is, have you seen Any Given Sunday, the 1999 sports drama directed by Oliver Stone and starring Al Pacino? I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. I think I hear a bit of mixed things about it, but I've never seen it though. And those are all the questions from That Movie Nerd 44. And before we end this video, let's get on to the new rule changes for future Q&A videos that will be applied starting today. Now, there's really only one new rule change for submitting questions for Q&A videos, and I already mentioned it earlier in the video, but there's going to be a limited for questions I will answer per user. I'm only going to be answering at least 5 or 10 questions per user, because more than 10 is just too much, like you saw earlier in the video. But if you ask me more than 10, I'll ask you to kind of just cut down the comment, because more than 10 is just too much for me. But yeah, that's kind of really the only new rule change for future Q&A videos starting today. The other rules for Q&A videos are simple. Absolutely no political questions, because those will get removed. No racism or any hateful questions like that. No asking me to get a certain certain physical media related stuff, because those kind of questions are not allowed. And no soliciting, spam, yada yada yada. You get the rules. But that's really kind of all the new rule changes for the new Q&A video starting today, after this video gets uploaded. So anyways, I think that's about all the time we've had for today. So thanks you guys for watching this video, and I want to give a special thanks to everybody for submitting their questions in the comments below. And like always, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer in the next Q&A video, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will gladly answer them. Just make sure you're only asking at least 5 or 10 questions per video because more than 10 is just too much. And the next Q&A video will be coming out on the second Friday of January, because now every new Q&A video will be uploaded at least the second Friday of every month. You know how it is. But anyways, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, as always, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment below, subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, share the video with your friends, family, and whoever. And follow me on my other social medias. Links are in the description down below, like they always are. And yeah, guys. So that's it. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. And until next time, this is Chase Shepard signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, take care, everybody. Peace out.